Whilst I've been working, I decided to take on the quite simple task of getting myself a Stropha Gunblade by playing the Granum Void game mode. So like with everything I do on this channel, I'll be going through how the game mode works and its rewards. Alright, starting with how you can get to the Granum Void, you'll first have needed to complete the Deadlock Protocol quest. Next, you'll need to run through a corpus tile set for roughly 5 minutes until a treasurer spawns in. The treasurer is marked with a red waypoint and will drop 1 of 3 Granum Crowns depending on the mission level. Let's look at those 3 Granum Crowns. The first is the Granum Crown. This is just the standard version which will put you into the lowest level Granum Void with level 15 enemies. Next, you have the Exemplar Granum Crown, which will chuck you in with enemies up to level 30. And lastly, you have the Zenith Granum Crown, which is going to leave you with enemies at level 50. I'll get into the mission types first, and then we can look at the enemies. The easiest missions to get a Granum Crown in are Skyrish on Phobos. For the Exemplar Crown, you'll want to try out Triton on Neptune, and for the Zenith Crown, I'd recommend Hydra on Pluto. To use these crowns, you'll need to find one of these massive gold gauntlets and interact with it to use the Granum Crown and enter the Granum Void. Now, these are not normal enemies. They are called errant Spectres, but I'll just refer to them as Spectres. So, the Spectres have a standard and particle form. This is best seen when using Azorius, which is the intended weapon to use in this game mode. To kill the Spectres, simply throw your Azorius and detonate it using your Alt Fire button to damage the Spectre, turning it into its particle form. From here, attack the particle Spectres to charge your Azorius. Now, if you haven't done this before, you'll be thinking, what the hell are you charging for? Well, when you charge your Azorius up to the 3rd level, you can free trap Zolaris on the tile set by detonating a fully charged Zolaris nearby, granting you an extra 20 seconds per Zolaris freed. And it also does massive AoE, so that's handy too. As I've mentioned time, you can also increase your stay in the Granum Void by picking up these little gold triangles which will give you an extra 5 seconds each. Now, when you're in the Granum Void, you need to kill Spectres to achieve different ranks of rewards. Killing 25 will reward you with rank 1, killing 50 is rank 2, and the full 75 will be rank 3. You want to be aiming for the full 75 kills, as this will reward you with the weapon and Protea blueprints. So there are quite a few rewards to look at, so I'm just going to chuck a few of the drop tables on screen for each Granum Crown. So, for the standard Granum Crown, you can get any of these rewards. For the Exemplar Crown, you can get these rewards. And finally, for the Zenith Crown, you can get all of this. One thing I have found to be a really nice bonus of farming the Granum Void is you get a good chunk of endo from the rank 2 rewards, which really adds up when playing through 20 or 30 times. Finally, if you have Mesa, you can build her for a 4th ability and run into the Granum Void spraying down the Spectres with very little effort. This is definitely a better way to beat the Granum Void, however, the Azorius is still very capable within the Granum Void. Anyway, I hope this was helpful and gave you some insight to the Granum Void. If it did, then think about subscribing and stick around for future content. But that's it from me, see you later.
Data extracted. They won't even know it's gone. We have everything we came for. Get to extraction.